Okay, let's just dive right in. The internet has its own language, right? And it evolves incredibly fast. A new word can be born, go totally viral, and then pretty much disappear in the time it takes you to scroll through your feed. So today we're going to decode one of the internet's most popular and, honestly, most fascinating terms, Delulu. I'm sure you've seen this phrase floating around. It's super catchy, it rhymes, and it sounds kind of like this piece of modern, slightly chaotic advice. It's a perfect example of internet speak. Exactly. You hear it and you're like, wait, is that a good thing? A bad thing? Is it just a joke? Well, that's what we're here to figure out. We are going to break down the internet's favorite delusion. So, first things first, let's get a solid definition on the table. What are people actually saying when they use the word delulu? Now, what's really important here are the words playful and self-aware. This is not about actually losing touch with reality, not at all. It's more about choosing to be wildly optimistic, even when the odds are, kind of stacked against you. It's basically hope, but with a great sense of humor. And these examples show you just how flexible it is. You can use it for dating, like thinking your crush accidentally liked your post from 2017 and it must be a sign. You can use it for career goals, like going for that absolute dream job. It frames these huge, maybe unrealistic ambitions not as being foolish, but as a strategy, a solulu, or, a solution. So where did this word just explode into the mainstream? Well, like so much of modern slang, it really found its home on one platform in particular. You have to think of TikTok as a kind of linguistic super accelerator. Seriously, language doesn't just evolve there, it mutates at incredible speed. The whole platform is basically designed to make words and phrases go viral. And this is the secret sauce. A word like Delulu gets attached to a funny sound clip, right? Then people start performing it in their videos, and the comment sections just amplify it with even more jokes. The algorithm sees all this engagement and just pushes it out to a global audience. It's literally a perfect storm for creating new language. So this brings us to something a little deeper. We know what Delulu is and where it lives, but why are so many people embracing it? Why is delusion suddenly cool? It seems kind of counterintuitive, doesn't it? But the answer, I think, tells us a whole lot about how we communicate online and how we cope with the pressures of modern life. Okay, this part is crucial. We have to be absolutely crystal clear. Clinical delusion is a serious medical symptom. But delulu, the slang term, it's the complete opposite. It's a conscious choice, it's a performance of hope, it's a coping mechanism, not a medical condition. That distinction is everything. This quote really just gets right to the heart of it. The internet can be a pretty harsh place, and being openly sincere or vulnerable can feel risky. Irony and humor, they act as this kind of protective layer. And that is the absolute genius of Delulu. You get to say, I really hope this works out, but you're saying it with a wink. In a world that can feel so uncertain and overwhelming, this isn't just a joke. It's a real strategy. If it fails, well, you were just being funny. But if it succeeds, your delusion just became reality. It's like a win-win for protecting your feelings. The journey of Delulu, from just a niche term to this global phenomenon, is a perfect case study in how modern language actually spreads online. It's pretty fascinating. So, there's this predictable path. It had a niche birth starting in K-pop fandoms, which, by the way, were the perfect incubator for a word like this. From there, it had an early spread to nearby communities, and then came the viral explosion on TikTok that just made it unavoidable. Now we're deep in that mainstream saturation phase with brands using it. It's well on its way to becoming a permanent part of our online vocabulary. So why did it succeed? It's because it hit all three keys to virality. One, it's emotionally accurate. It perfectly captures that feeling of slightly unhinged optimism. Two, it's super flexible. You can use it for love, work, or just manifesting a good parking spot. And three, and this is a big one, it's performative. It's just fun to say. Delulu. It sounds playful, which is exactly what it is. Okay, so a funny word went viral. Big deal, right? Why should we care? Well, because internet slang is never just about the words themselves. It's a reflection of our culture. When you really get down to it, words like Delulu are doing a lot of heavy lifting. They signal that you're in the know, they add emotional layers that plain text just can't convey, and they build a sense of community. And most of all, they reflect something very real about right now, this collective desire to be hopeful and ambitious, but with the safety net of humor to protect us. So as we wrap this up, I'll leave you with this question to chew on. The words we choose to use online, whether it's Delulu or no cap or it's giving, they're not just words. They're like a map of our digital lives, our communities, and our identities. So, what's on your map?